Hello and welcome to our RoboHelp September 2021 event. We are very happy to have you all here today and hope you will enjoy the next hour. My name is Stefan Gens and I'm the Senior Worldwide Evangelist for Technical Communication here at Adobe, and I have the pleasure to host Tulika Garg and Samik Banerjee today. Tulika is the Senior Product Manager for our Data CMS, XML documentation for Adobe Experience Manager, and Samik is the product manager for RoboHelp and FrameMaker. Samik is going to tell us about some of the great enhancements we are shipping with the September 2021 update. And I'm sure you will like them and enjoy the way they will make you more productive. But before Samik will dive deeper into this, let me start with welcoming Tulika Garg. Hello, Tulika. It might come a little bit as a surprise for some of you that we have Tulika here because she's the product manager for our big enterprise data CMS for Adobe Experience Manager. But there's a reason for that. With the September 2021 update for Adobe RoboHelp, our engineers at Adobe have done something amazing. For me, it's maybe one of the biggest milestones in the history of RoboHelp. I don't want to tell more about that right now, and Tulika is here to tell us all about it. Over to you, Tulika.
Thank you, Stefan. And thank you everyone for joining us today. So today we'll go over the publishing of articles from RoboHelp to AEM knowledge base template, the advanced delivery features in AEM knowledge base template, and then use of Adobe Analytics to track usage, to build really valuable and smart reports, and then to power dynamic experiences in the knowledge base. With RoboHelp Update 6, we have enabled publishing of articles from RoboHelp to AEM knowledge base template. When we get to the demo part, we will dive deeper into how you can create a knowledge base in AEM using the out-of-box template that Adobe has provided. This template provides you to create really powerful knowledge bases in AEM, complete with all the features you are looking to provide in a knowledge base experience to your users. And RoboHelp enables a very smooth experience in publishing your content at article level to this knowledge base template. But more than that, what this new publishing at article base level does is it's able to sync status of the content on AEM and between RoboHelp. What that allows you to do as an author, so if you're updating some content, RoboHelp will be able to determine which content has been modified with respect to the content that was last published on AEM, and then publish only the modified, deleted, or added content to AEM. Why this is super powerful? Because it allows you to touch the content which needs to be touched or which has been updated without publishing the entire knowledge base every time. It makes it error-free and super fast, and authors can rest easy knowing that they're only modifying or updating the content which needs to be updated. Now, why is it so powerful to create your knowledge bases in AEM using the template that Adobe provides? Because this template allows you to leverage the complete power of AEM and bring really advanced features to end user delivery for your end users. While these templates come with the default styling and theme, they are fully customizable. It's CSS-based editing, so you can take the CSS and the theme of these templates and edit it to match your corporate branding or styling. But more than that, the default features or the functionality is super powerful to deliver experiences like search. This knowledge-based template comes complete with the ability to use metadata and surface that metadata in your end user experience. It provides out-of-box authentication, which can integrate with the authentication systems used within your organization. You can do personalization and targeting and provide many other features like a default TOC which builds on the content hierarchy provided by RoboHelp, and then the corresponding breadcrumbs, related links, and we'll see more of these when we get to the demo part. And lastly, but definitely not least, is the integration with Adobe Analytics. Adobe Analytics is Adobe's solution which provides tracking of usage data for websites, mobile, and other such stuff. And the knowledge base template provided by Adobe for publishing from RoboHelp to AEM is by default instrumented for analytics tracking. What that means is that when you're publishing your knowledge bases using this template, it's enabled to track usage data at Adobe Analytics. So the template tracks usage across all users and then sends it to Adobe Analytics. Adobe Analytics ingests this data, processes it, and then surfaces it in form of many reports which are designed to be useful for content managers to make their content strategy decisions, to see how their content is being viewed, and get really powerful insights into how the end users are consuming their content. When we get to the demo, we'll see there are some really powerful reports which are provided here. So they are definitely the standard and the most expected kind of reports, which are the top viewed pages and how many hits are you getting per day or per month. But some very deep user level analytics are also there. So how is the user navigating the whole knowledge base? That is used to build the knowledge flow report that gives an insights into a customer's navigation into this knowledge base to content managers and content authors, using which they can determine what are the use cases or what are the problems or issues for which their end users are seeking help in this knowledge base. So we'll see all that when we get to the demo part. But the other important and really powerful part of this integration with Adobe Analytics is that it's not just one-way integration. So it's not just the template sending data to Adobe Analytics and Adobe Analytics generating those reports, but there's a reverse loop or feedback loop of information and knowledge from Adobe Analytics to this template. So the template is able to pull information once Adobe Analytics has processed it in forms of report and pull the relevant information in the template and surface it to end users to provide dynamic experiences. For example, earlier authors would need to statically define, say, frequently used topics at the landing page. But with this reverse integration, there's no need to statically define those. This template is enabled to pull the most frequently used topics from Adobe Analytics based on actual usage data and show that to the new users coming into the system. So that's just one example of a dynamic experience which this template can power in real time by this reverse feedback loop of information with Adobe Analytics. And there are many more such examples. So without further ado, let's jump into the demo and see all these features in action. Entire page structure inside it. At the top, it creates a language copy. So it automatically sets up the entire content structure for localization. Search, sign in, and support pages are provided out of box with a default theme and style. And then there's the knowledge base section. Within this, it creates one default category. You can think of category as a place where you'll put your related articles. It gives it a default name. Let's edit it. Let's say we are trying to publish articles for employee policies for vacation policies. So let's call it that. As you can see, there are a number of options here. So AM knowledge base, you have a number of advanced options available and that you can do. I'll quickly go over some which are relevant in this context. First and foremost is tagging. So you can create and add tags, or if there are some existing taxonomy, you can just browse and use existing tags. The permissions section allows you to control who has the viewing permissions on your knowledge base. So if you want to create a knowledge base for specific user groups within the organization, you can do that. Personalization allows you to use advanced personalization using Adobe Target and search to create personalized content for your end users. Let's just proceed with these settings for now, and I'll save. And now I have this category name updated here. So now that once this knowledge base structure has been created, I will launch my RoboHelp and publish to this knowledge base. So I will open one of my existing projects. So before I start publishing my knowledge base, I need to have the information of server configured in my publish profile. So I'll go to edit, publish profiles. I have already created this profile, but the way to do it is to just click on plus and you can specify the server type as Adobe Experience Manager, give it a name and provide address and username password. So for me, this is already created and I have specified my server URL and username password. Then the way to publish is we go to the output tab, and I already have a preset created to publish to this one, but let's start by creating a new one. So we create a new preset, and in this case, the type is knowledge base. There are multiple type of knowledge base publishing that we're supporting right now. Since we're talking about AEM knowledge base publishing, that's what I'll select here. I'll call it AEM KB publishing. And so it has a number of settings. Some of them are similar as other presets. We are interested in filling out relevant to the AIM servers. So I'll select the publish profile here. So I'm connecting to the right server. And then once I've connected to the right server, it will fetch the knowledge bases which have been created on that server. This matches the knowledge bases that have been created here. We created the employee policies knowledge base. So we'll select that, and within that it will allow you to pick the category to which you want to publish and the various templates. These are all auto created when you created this knowledge base on the server using the knowledge base template. You can specify where you want to upload the assets. So I will quickly select that. It automatically creates a structure. So I have the employee policies created in the assets location, and I'll select the same. There are a number of other options here. Just quickly to talk them through, if you can deselect upload images if you've already uploaded images to a common location and your knowledge base is just referencing them to make your upload faster. Upload link documents, ensure that the reference content is also published. It's just going to articles here. Since this is article based publishing, so you can select which all articles you want to publish to knowledge base. For starters, you can see that none of it is in sync because we just created this profile and none of these articles have been published to this knowledge base. So to start off, we'll select all of them and hit publish. I didn't save my changes, so it will ask me to save my changes, and we need to generate. So it does all those checks in background that if I start publishing, but when the content has not been generated, so it will automatically generate. And now that the generation is complete, we'll click on publish to start publishing the content to the knowledge base. And while it's publishing from here, we can go to AEM and we can just refresh here to see how those topics or individual articles are getting created under the category that we are publishing it to. And once the publishing is complete in RoboHelp, we can go back and see, and we'll see the publish report, and it will show that everything has been uploaded. And we can see that everything is in sync now. You can see the content on server by clicking on preview button here, and it will take you to the corresponding article on server. So going back to RoboHelp, now we'll see how we can do smaller updates to KB when we just make small modifications to the content or the DOC. For example, we have this particular page, so we make like a small edit here, and then let me remove this particular page from the DOC. And if I go to the output view, it will show me, it will update the status, and it will show me that one page has been modified and one has been deleted. So I can just publish these two so that I don't have to publish or refresh the entire content on the server. And we can go, and while it's getting published, we can go and see on the server. So this is the topic or article we deleted, and what's in Adobe RoboHelp is the one that we uh, was modified. So let's go and refresh the server view. So we see what's in Adobe RoboHelp 2019 has been removed. And if we go to what's in Adobe RoboHelp, the topic that we updated and refresh that, we can see that the changes that we made have been reflected on the server. So now we'll spend some time looking at the features of this AMKB and what kind of end user experience this enables. So as you can see, this comes with the default styling, but pretty much all of it is customizable. So there is the standard header here and the footer, but this is all CSS based styling, and you can customize this template to have your own branding. We have added some dummy corporation branding here. There is out of box search available. So this is at one category level, but you can do search if you go at the entire KB level. At that level also you have search. So it's enabled for the search from the entire KB level too. And the other feature that we have is some of the things that we have enabled in this template is you can see the author name is auto populated. So who published this article and on what date it was published. And the TOC is auto created based on the TOC that you have created in RoboHelp. I want to spend more time talking about the advanced analytics capability in this template. So this template, this knowledge base template is by default instrumented for tracking the end user usage. And it is tracked using Adobe Analytics. So Adobe Analytics is Adobe's solution for providing site analytics. And let me take you to the Adobe Analytics dashboard. So this is the Adobe Analytics dashboard, and where I've already created the reports for which are tracking usage from these this content that has been published to knowledge bases from RoboHelp. I'll quickly go over some of the reports that we have created here. These are just some out-of-the-box reports that you can create with the dashboard, but you can also create more advanced reports based on your needs. One of the reports here is the top search terms. So it gives you which are the top user queries. This is tracking the searches users are making either at the KB level or the category level. And then another report is the unanswered search queries. So this tracks the search queries for which users were not able to find any articles or any content. It's a very useful report, so to give you insights into what kind of content user is looking for, but you don't have content available for that, so it can help you define your content strategy and which content you should be creating more in your KBs. Then another useful report is the top viewed pages. So it shows which are the pages which are being viewed most by your end users. So which content is being consumed the most. So this is again a good insight for you to know which are the areas in which your end users are seeking help. And another report we have is the geo distribution of visitors. So this helps you determine how your users are distributed geo-wise. It can be a good insight in determining things like how do you want to spend your localization dollars if you are localizing your knowledge base in multiple languages. And you can track this at various metric level. Right now, it is tracking unique visitors, due distribution of unique visitors. But you can also, within those unique visitors, they could be generating different kind of different number of visits. You can change that and view that. So maybe some of your power users could reside elsewhere. So even though the number of unique visitors are less, but overall they are generating a large number of page views or consuming your KB or content more from that geo. Then another useful report is the weekly usage pattern. It tries to analyze the usage and consolidate and aggregate that in a weekly fashion. It's a very useful report if you want to plan major upgrades around your KB or major content uploads or a template update or any other kind of IT update. So this helps you determine the usage patterns and the down days on which around which you can plan your upgrades. Another very interesting and unique report, which is not available easily in standard tracking system, is the knowledge flow report. So what this report does is it tracks the flow of a user within this knowledge base and how they are navigating this content and what's their entry page, and from there which is the page where they view next, and so what is their whole navigation, and then how do they exit. It's a good insight into how your users are consuming content. Most of the time, the content consumption paths, whether it's manifesting in terms of breadcrumbs or TOC or trainings or related articles, it's defined by authors. But this report gives you visibility in how end users are viewing it. So it can help you auto create some related content, or if you are planning to create some custom courses, putting together a number of related content where end users are seeking help. So it gives you good insights into that particular flow from an end user perspective. Another useful report is the usage pattern in terms of average time spent, and you can see what kind of time your end users are spending on your content, and it helps you also determine whether they are making early exits or they are not spending enough time, and what kind of content you should be creating to cater to those particular needs. Then there are some standard reports on which are the browsers used by your users, which are the operating systems used, and the overall consumption, the number of page views that your knowledge base is generating over a timeline. So you can this is a useful view to see if you to detect anomalies also, and to see if you are expecting any standard patterns. So let's say you did a major release, and then you did a documentation release around that release, and you were expecting that spike. So you can correlate the spikes to that. But if you don't see spikes where you were expecting spikes, so maybe you need to do a more push or a campaign to promote that documentation to make sure people are aware of the new release and the corresponding documentation. So these are some of the reports that are available with this new KB template. And while these reports in themselves are very useful, what you can further do, and what this KB does, is it takes these reports to power end user dynamic experiences within the template. So how it does that is, let me take you back to uh, the knowledge base that we have published. And if we go back to the category level knowledge base, so you can see the top viewed pages. It just got populated here, and this is not static content. So this content is actually being fetched based on the top viewed pages report from here, and that is what is powering this list here. So your authors are not statically creating this content, but it's being served based on those analytics. So it's real time and gets refreshed regularly and creates a dynamic experience for your end users. And this is just one example of this dynamic widget. So this is just to demonstrate that there is this two-way communication happening with Adobe Analytics from the knowledge base. So while the knowledge base usage is being tracked in analytics, and then that is can be used to power dynamic experiences here. So top viewed pages is one. Then you can similarly have when the user start typing, have the most frequently searched terms being pulled from the report of the search report. And there are many other such stuff. You can have a category here based on the users locale, so based on their geo, and the this usage report can be filtered in terms of geo, so you can have a dynamic widget for to show the top content being viewed by other users in your region, so that users get more localized content rather than the global top viewed pages, and depending on their use case they can consume either one of those. So these are examples of the dynamic experiences that are being powered out of box, and more that can be powered using Adobe Analytics in this knowledge base, using this new article-based publishing from RoboHelp.
Hello, welcome everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Samik Banerjee and I am part of the Tech Comm Tools product team. I have been with Adobe for almost 2.5 months now. My focus areas are RoboHelp and FrameMaker tools. Today, I will provide an overview of Update 6 of RoboHelp, which we released on the 21st of September. So, without further ado, I'll dive right in. I will begin by talking about Glossary Hotspot tool. So this feature will enable users to quickly convert multiple terms from the glossary file at the topic level, filtered by status, to a glossary term via the auto or manual route. The option to convert a glossary term to text in a bulk fashion is also available. So the glossary file, and there can be multiple files as well. This is the call to action for hotspot tool. So if I click on this, this will show you the default settings of the glossary hotspot tool. As you see, if I activate the hotspot tool, the other call to action is disabled. So you need to click on this to activate this one. Now moving on to the hotspot tool. So there are multiple fields and we'll go through each one of them. So the first field is the glossary file. Now currently there's only one file, so that's why there's only one file which is being showed here. If there are multiple files, you will have the option to select from the list of files available. The next field is the terms. So this is a multi-select list, and these are the terms which are available in the glossary file, the selected glossary file. So you can select as many as you want here. So I'll just select a few. Moving on to the next field is the topics. So I can select all topics, open topics, current topic, or select from the folders also. I will keep it at all topics for now. The next field is filter topics by status, like draft, in progress, ready for review, sent for review, reviewed, complete. I will not select any status, so how it will function is it will select all the statuses. The next action is manual route or the auto route, which I spoke about. So we'll begin with the automatically for all topics route. Then you have two options. text to glossary term to text. Let's start with text to glossary term. When you select text to glossary term, you have two other options: case sensitive match, which is basically the terms you have selected. Do you want a case sensitive match for those terms? If yes, you need to check this box. The other option is convert only the first instance. So these terms may be available multiple times in a topic, right? So if you want to convert only the first instance of the term, you need to check this. Else, just leave it. So I'll initiate the conversion process for the terms from text to glossary term. So the conversion is in progress right now. So it is going through all the topics. Now, as you see, post the conversion, there are two buckets. One is topics updated, one is topics skipped, right? So topics updated gives you visibility to the topics where the terms were present, and they were converted from a text to a glossary term. Topic skipped will tell you the reason why it was skipped. As you see in this case, terms was not found, right? So in most of these cases, all of these cases, there would be no term found. Now moving back, if I want to convert these terms which are now glossary terms to text, I need to select that and trigger the conversion process. So I've selected the auto route. I'll just initiate this. Now it is converting back the glossary terms to text. Similarly, you will have two buckets: topics updated and topics skipped. Yeah, so if you see, it's the similar view, and it will tell you the reason why the topic was skipped, right? Moving back, now let us go through the manual route. I'll reduce these terms and keep a few, and have text to glossary term manual for each topic. So it will go through the each topic. So as you see, the manual route, it gives you the topic name, and these are the two terms, right? I can select either of them, or if I want, I can select both, right? And this is the topic. If I click on convert, it will convert from text to glossary term. As you see, once the moment it is completed, it moves to the next topic, which is the micro content, right? Now, if I want, I can skip this micro content. It will move to the next topic, which is 2020, right? I can skip this also if I want to. Outputs, right? I want to convert this. So if you see, the moment it is getting converted, the newer topics are viewable. I can skip this. So now topics updated, topics skipped, right? Now let us go to the micro content which I had skipped. Yeah. So if you see, the reason for skipping this topic is file skipped by user. So it will tell you the reason. Moving back, similarly, now I can select glossary term to text and convert this back from a glossary term to text, right? So this is the topic. I can select this, convert this. The moment it gets converted, the next topic comes up. I can skip this, can convert. So you see that topics are changing. Can skip it, and now it's completed, right? So topics, same similar view, topics updated, topics skipped. So that's about the glossary hotspot tool. Moving on to the next topic, converting hyperlinks to cross-references. So this will allow users to seamlessly convert multiple hyperlinks in a document to cross-references. And when the project is really big, then this will significantly save a lot of time for the author. It also allows the author to create cross-reference to topic titles instead of a bookmark text. So let me show you this feature. You need to go to the scripts, and then there's the cross-ref converter. If you click on this, the pop-up comes up and it will show you all the hyperlinks which can be converted to cross-references. If I select this, I can select the 100 terms, else I can select the ones which I want and convert this. So 6 hyperlinks converted to cross-references. Another thing which I wanted to show is, so if you want to convert, as I spoke about bookmark hyperlink to title cross-reference, you need to change this bookmark text to title, right? So if you change this to title, you will be able to convert bookmark hyperlink to title cross-reference. Moving on to the next topic, enhanced list editor. So we have introduced basic formatting in addition to the advanced formatting for the list style editor, as the advanced formatting was not required for most of the use cases, and even for the simple use cases, the advanced formatting was getting user was getting embroiled with the advanced formatting, which was cumbersome, complex, and also leading to a lot of issues. Like there would be browser compatibility issues. There would be look and feel would also change in some scenarios, like bullet size would become smaller. So with the introduction of these, where most of the cases are very simple and basic changes, right? So you don't need advanced formatting in those scenarios. So this will give the user the fluidity to select basic formatting for most of their use cases, and they will still have the option to mandate advanced formatting if there's an use case for them. So if we go to the content and the default CSS list styles, right? So if I create, say for instance, OL, so you would see, this is the basic formatting of parameters, level, and style. I can select any style which I want to, and the font, the border, all this remains as is, right? It functions in the same fashion. And if there is a need, the user can always click on the advanced formatting and make the necessary changes. But this is not something they need to interact with if there is not a use case. Now, moving on to the next topic on the content output generation for frameless output. We have introduced the static header and footer support on topic page and static footer support on home page. This will result in a seamless navigation for the user, as they don't need to scroll up and down to check necessary information. The static header and footer options are part of the skin editor. So let me just show you this. Okay, now let us go to the skins. Let me just edit this. If I go to the topic, the static header and footer, which I can enable on the home page, we have only the static footer because uh, there would be other call to actions on the home page. Right now, if I go to the output preset, orange frameless, I have the orange skin selected, I have the footer, so let me generate the output. Let us view the output now. So so if we go here, if you see when we are browsing a lot of content, right? So The footer remains as is, so the user need not scroll down to view any information, and the header also works perfectly. So this is going to help in a lot in terms when users consume the content. Moving on to the word output, we have enabled option to apply and control the header and footer from the master page for each page in the word output. So this will allow users to specify master pages for chapters, TOC, index, glossary, etc. So let me go to the word output. So here I can select from the list. I'll select Studio. So just so that everybody has visibility to what Studio is. So this is the header and footer. So if I go back and generate the word output, let us now view the output. Now moving on, I have the option to specify separate master pages, right? So for chapters and topics, TOC, index, glossary, front matter topics. I can apply this the one to all pages, or what I can do is say, for instance, I go to TOC, I select compass travel no breadcrumbs, right? And say I want to generate the output. So if we view the output now and go to TOC, you will see that it's different, right? So we can control the header and footer for each page as well. So that's on the word output. On the search enhancements, we have introduced support for special characters. So special characters like dollar, hash, at the rate, percentage, ampersand, and numbers are searchable without the need to specify them in the settings, right? So I go to frameless and if I say edit, there's a search, right? So usually the user need to click on this and enter the special characters, right? Which is not required anymore. So that's the enhancement what we have done. Moving to the next, so I'll give you a quick overview of some of the enhancement and bug fixes. So users are able to view the remote path of the project in SharePoint from within the RoboHelp app by navigating to file, project settings, and version control. So this is going to help the user significantly because earlier there was no way to view the remote path of the project, right? Only the SharePoint URL was present. So this is a small change, but it has a large impact. Moving on, the setting attributes under find and replace is going to be preserved now. On the search chain for frameless, we have made significant performance improvements. So the frameless output in terms of the search results and also in terms of the response time for the search results has significantly improved. On the FrameMaker side, we have fixed issues related to import and some of the CSS path issues and other minor issues which were there. On the word output, image size settings which were getting prevented due to large images resizing in Word have been fixed. And on the word import, border view not handled when set to nil, underline and italic appearing in inline styles but not visible in Word has also been fixed. So that's a quick overview. So that's it from my end. Happy to answer any questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Samik, and thanks, Julika, and thanks to all the attendees who joined us today. I hope you enjoyed this session. And looking forward to see you next time. Feel free to reach out to us at techcom.adobe.com with any questions you might face after the webinar or maybe while watching the recording. And we will be happy to get into contact with you. See you next time. Bye bye.